final episode of Giddy Up Roll High.
Giddy Up Roll High.
Yeah.
It's the saddest whip.
It's the saddest whip. So, last time, you were finishing up the battle with Ezra Walker. And Ivy managed to get the final blow both on the dragon and on Mr. Walker. However, in doing so, Daisy was lost.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Daisy. That was it. She's just gone.
Back from the chat.
After the chat. Chiwu searched the cart, the wagon of Ezra Walker, and was able to find a cloak that would teleport him to the astral plane. And Terrellian took the cloak and Daisy and went to find her mother on the plane, found her, and sacrificed his own life to bring Daisy back from the dead. But in doing so, he became a child of one of the Amars and was reunited with his sister, whom he had not seen. And the rest of you, what are you gonna do?
One of your sisters was a complete brat and stuff.
Yeah, it would be. Maybe that'll be the next campaign to rescue me from my sister.
Find out how to bring her
Do
back
you know
to
all
life.
about this or something?
I'm probably his nicest sister.
Well, I guess Ivy had picked up the pistols.
I will have left my whole pack there, I think, so
Mm-hmm.
if you want a list of the items that are laying on the ground there in a heap.
Oh yeah, and Terrellian got a cool nickname of the Iron Will.
There is 2 regular pistols, and then there's the +1 laser pistol.
The heck was
A rapier of wounding, bunch of bullets, dagger, what else? Ring of mind shielding, 2 potions of greater healing, a potion of fire resistance, force resistance, some alchemist fire, and a bunch of stuff from my adventurers pack, 3 pieces of adamantine, and 1 glow rock.
No!
F's for the chat.
Wait.
Gotcha. You're okay. You're all okay. Nobody panic. I watched that happen on the screen.
I was watching. I'm like,
Okay. It's
Shorter than that. Like closest to
that one?
you.
Okay.
Balance it out better.
Put these in here.
Now if it falls at me. Okay. Sorry.
Pick up the pack and so we better get going. We already looked around last time, right? So it's not really.
hi. Nice to see you again.
Daisy?
I don't know how Daisy would react.
She's probably dazed.
Little Daisy.
Daisy.
One might say, whoopsie daisy. One might say she's not pushing up daisies. Oh, there's so many. You what?
Hey, thanks. get back.
I'm not leaving till I know all the prisoners are rescued. So I'll stay and search for them.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
Okay.
Okay.
I really would have wanted that.
We'll do that
Alright.
as long as everybody's ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Put the pistols in my pack.
Wearing his earrings.
Might stretch a little more than.
Oh yeah, did you have the earring on?
Oh yeah, we did have. That was kind of soldered into my head though,
Oh,
so it wouldn't come off very easily.
You guys just hear the ghost.
Right here.
I thought you said last time you took it off. I must be remembering wrong.
I don't remember.
That's what you said.
Mm.
If you guys want it, I took it off.
Alright. Walking back over to the what's the word? Elevator thing. Daisy, make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do it on the table.
That's fine.
Is it funny?
So you, as you're walking, you're kind of a little discombobulated, and at one point you trip over a rock and start to fall. Putting your hands out in front of you though, you catch yourself mid-air, just hovering there,
Okay.
and you just slowly push yourself up. And it's weird because you caught yourself mid-air through your mind.
You okay?
I don't know how I did that.
Can you do
Very
push-ups?
good.
Did you guys see that?
I see that. Do you need help up?
Did I see that?
Apparently, I don't need help.
I didn't see anything. So what?
Maybe I didn't see anything either. What did you just do?
I don't
What
know.
happened?
I tripped, but maybe something caught me.
Something caught you. Another perception check. Nope. 4.
Oh my gosh.
Alright,
I rolled a
I'll try.
19 on
I don't know
perception.
what caught you.
What are you perceiving? Her or the like surrounding area?
I guess I'm just seeing if there's like, I'm looking to see if like he fell onto anything.
She tripped over like a rock. It's not a boulder, it's a rock. Daisy trips over a rock. Ow. She tripped over just like a rock. There doesn't seem to be anything special about the rock.
Are you getting up or are you just sitting there like,
I would assume I'm upright.
So he's doing
She
what,
said she said she
gasoline?
Yeah.
Daisy's gonna like touch the air around her.
Feels just like air.
So what happened? Like, walk us through this.
I tripped. And then suddenly I wasn't tripping anymore. But I never hit the ground.
Do you float now?
Um,
She will pick you up like a few inches and drop you.
do I take fall damage?
Make a you just roll a d20.
17.
You, knowing what he's doing, like picking you up and then dropping you, you throw your hands out and catch yourself about this far above the ground, and you're just kind of hovering there. Fire!
I'm gonna wave my hand underneath his feet.
You can levitate now. Did you get Tyrellian psychic abilities? Can you lift that rock up?
She's gonna like awkwardly pull her hand out.
Roll an intelligence check. Just okay.
Yeah, hold on. Ten.
Putting your hand out, you kind of like maybe and kind of will the rock to move, maybe, and you see the rock go and move about 2 feet to the left.
I am the avatar.
That is
You've mastered air and earth.
creepy. You feel okay?
She's gonna like still levitating the rock,
Mm-hmm.
like swing back around to look at you guys, and the rock is just gonna like.
Duck. Do we have to?
You guys might need to practice that a little bit.
I didn't know I could do that.
Maybe try not to do it to where the house is somewhere safer, you know?
She's gonna put her hands in her pockets.
Don't will things to move too much right now. I mean, we need to get up this elevator.
We'll address this later on.
I think we were headed towards it.
Mm-hmm. To get back to the way you came out, where Rose was leading you, you have to go up the elevator, and then there's like a little flight of stairs, and there's a pathway.
That's where we want to go. Got to
No, you were getting to the elevator. I said as you're walking
But
to
you
the
get
elevator.
where we were.
yeah, to get where we were. I thought we went up an elevator.
So we have to go back down?
We came out of the mountain and went down the elevator to like the ground.
Yeah.
There were a lot of elevators.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry,
Let's just go back the way we came.
So
Do everything that you did, but in reverse.
But we had that big long hallway that was like a main thoroughfare, and maybe we can. And then we have all those notes that we can use about which ones are, which sectors are.
Mm-hmm.
I think we would just use that to find other people and meet them out.
Okay. Heading back the way you're able to make it up the elevator and through the hallway. When you get to the end of the hallway, there is a hustle and bustle happening. Like a bunch of people are walking in the direction that you would be going in. You do see some of the people seem to be like ushering people down the hallway. Some of them are still in chains. Daisy, you would recognize one of the people in the hallway as Mistress Delilah, or Headmistress Delilah.
In the mines?
Yeah. Ushering the people through.
can I go check on that guy that I dropped over the edge by the rope?
Yeah, the Dragonborn?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Is he still there?
The rope is.
I'll take my rope.
Delilah would see you guys coming down the hallway, because she's kind of in the direction that you want to go. She'll. Oh! Hi!
Hi.
Everything alright?
Well, no. Yes.
Alright.
It's
We-
complicated.
We had someone come through the portal with a bunch of these the slaves, miners come through the portal, and told us what happened, and two of the young men that were guarding there ran, and there was another one, a tall elf man with the red hair.
Yes. Jesus
He
sent them.
he came and got a bunch of us, and we came through, and we're emptying out the mine shafts as fast as we can. But I mean, there's about 30 of them, so we're
You got a system going? Can we help?
I don't rightly know. I don't think so. I mean, we've cleared out. So she holds up like this map. We cleared out these 4 right as of right now. We did have to take out a couple of guards to do that. But then about an hour and a half ago, I think it was, all of the workers that had that mind control thing that we were told about, they all just dropped. I don't know what happened. I'm not sure, but they all just so we just carried them through.
Oh, okay. So you have everything here under control.
Yeah. We're on a tight schedule. We've got
Let's go
about
see if
12
they're
more
okay.
hours.
I think they got this under control.
Yeah.
We should go figure out what happened to those people with the mind chips. That would be anything we can help with. Yeah.
They're
Everybody agree?
Can you like crack the window just
Yeah.
a smidge?
Yeah. We have them.
I got it.
Kick it over. Feet. We have them put up at an inn near the deli that y'all came through. Still got about a good couple of hours before the thing closes. So.
All right. So
Jux, how much time do you have?
15 hours.
okay. You got about 15 hours.
Thank you.
All right, we'll go
Can't
find
you just,
them. However long it takes, I guess.
Can't you just reopen a portal again once it closes?
Well, yeah, but they've still got 20. It's a 24-hour portal, so
Yeah.
they're getting as many people through as they can.
I mean, Chiu wouldn't necessarily know that.
Yeah,
I thought you said they couldn't. It was like a one-time.
you're not high enough level. She has a, the higher ups in magic would have just like a teleportation spell. Like you, young Padawan.
You can be Avatar.
Yes, I'm sorry, you, Avatar, are not trained in the ways of teleportation yet.
I think on the way back through when like away from the other people, I would tell them about I would say something like that they might not. There's one with the mind control might not even have any memory of what they did here, or many memories in this place. And then she's like, but really curious about why Franklin had no memory of this place. Ivy would tell you guys about Franklin. I think you already knew.
Who's
That Franklin was the guy at the warehouse that was in the machine.
Yes, you did tell me
I
about Franklin.
did tell. Ivy did. I don't think so. I think Kronos and Tyrellian did, but no one else.
Right.
Wait.
Franklin.
But anyway, she tell Daisy she knew about Franklin.
I still picture her.
Oh my gosh, there were these. This is totally off topic. Never mind. We can keep going. Had a pulled up, but she was like, they're all like those little chairs, kind of for like little kids. And I was like, oh. And this woman was holding it, and she was showing it to this other person. I'm like, yeah, I want it too.
Dude, Aldi's,
I want all 4 of them.
that one aisle in Aldi, it's a hit or miss, but when it's a hit, boy oh boy is it a hit.
Anyway,
Sponsored by Aldi. Alright.
I don't think I have anything to talk about till we get there.
Okay. So making it back through the oh my gosh, back through the storeroom that you guys were in with the desk and stuff. And then down the hall, that spiral hallway to the cave. Getting down to the cave, you see a just absolute pile of mango pits in the one corner.
Oh no!
Oh yeah, R.I.P. Fluffers. He done got burned. And you're just on the wind. And you're
Does Jax do?
picks up one of the pits and puts it in his pocket.
Yeah, it's on brand.
Going back through the portal, you can see they're they've opened up the doors and kind of made a makeshift.
Infirmary?
Yeah, thank you. That's the word. They've got some people with blankets on them. They're some people are starting to like panic a little bit. They've got some people that they're like, figuring out where they can put them and stuff. There's a couple people that seem to be in charge of different areas. You do see outside the building, they've kind of also branched off into the alleyway a bit, and this has become kind of like a whole citywide thing. There's a bunch of people there. But you do see someone that has one of those implantation, like beeping devices, is being looked over by two of the wizards from the tower.
Go over there and ask them. Have you figured anything out yet? Why are they conscious?
Sorry, they brought them through. There's a bunch of them, about 50 or so of them, and we're trying to figure out. So we have figured out that this device had some sort of mind control abilities harnessed into their brain. That seems to have disconnected from whatever was power in it. We're not sure how, or if it's going to start up again, but it seems to have disconnected for the moment. However, there is a secondary device implanted at the base of their skull that, from as best we can tell, appears to be a bomb, or there's some that seem to have some sort of poison vial in there. So we are slowly figuring out what we can do. It's taken a bit of time because we don't know how touchy they are, so we don't know how much we can figure out without setting them off.
I'll tell them about my experience with one.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's good. What did you do to set it off? Okay.
This wire.
That's why I'm not.
Yeah,
Okay,
you
alright,
were
well, that is-
playing, like the doctor thing and you touched the wall,
Oh, okay, that is very good to know. All right. Well, sir, we're going to take you back then to the hotel, and we will. I guess if y'all are ready, we'll start. And you see the person that she was working on was a half orc man, and he kind of stands up and he's got like a blanket wrapped around his shoulders, and he seems to be very dazed, kind of like he's not fully there. Like he's there enough to hear her and understand that she's talking to him and follow the instructions, but he's kind of just like in his own world at the moment. And he starts following her in the direction of a hotel down the block, like 3 blocks down.
Sounds like they've got it under control pretty well.
Can I have the strawberries, please?
Mm-hmm. Do you want a plate?
Yes, in the goop.
In strawberry. It's good.
Oh no!
Need a bigger plate?
Just have to like wash them off.
Not the goop, Miranda.
Fair warning, it's cream cheese and heavy cream, so don't eat too much, please.
What? I'm gonna die.
I'll tell
happy.
somebody that seems to be of higher stature here
Uh-huh.
about what we did, killing the dragon, and Esther Walker.
Ezra.
Ezra Walker.
Esther Walker.
Esther Walker.
To sister.
Mr. S.
Mr. Esther.
Mr. Walker.
It's a family name! You wouldn't know anything about that! Alright, sir. Thank you. We will, we'll have someone go and check that out. If you want to make yourself of use, at the moment, we could use help feeding some of these folks, getting them figuring out where their families are, trying to. We have some people down at the library going through local record keeping. We're in touch with the other towers, trying to figure out what's been going on. Yeah, we got a lot of work to do to get these people back to their homes.
So he mentions about feeding people. She will try to hide the cheese wheel he picked up.
Uh-huh.
Bag. The second one he picked up.
Likes his cheese, man. Cheese
Jack.
and mushrooms.
Jax will offer some eggs
What's the reward for all this?
to feed the people.
Jax.
Back in it goes.
I feel like Jax would try to get them pits enchanted.
Probably lift some bear DNA off of him. Clone it somehow.
That's good.
Do you guys want to stay together, or I think I could probably help with the implants?
I
I
certainly
don't know if you
can.
guys.
I could probably help people find other people.
Okay.
Make sure everybody knows to go to maybe the tower if they need it. Well, I guess it's not finished yet.
Stump.
Go to the, perhaps if everyone went to the, guild hall for news of, missing families.
Mhm.
And we'll start lists there
Okay.
of some of their names and whatever.
If you guys want, you can play that out. If not, you can just all say you stuck around for a few days and helped.
Mm-hmm.
You were able to remove, with your expertise and with the high level healers, you were able to successfully remove all but 3 of the implants. 3 of them were not able to be removed. They were some of the older versions that had not been upgraded, and 3 people were poisoned. The what? Oh, the map's here. Ivy, you were able to help a good many people remember at least their hometown, if not some family members. You were able to put them in contact with some of them, or get them some of the Clearbin sent some people over to help, and they started a ferrying system of bringing people down to Clearbin to try and help them sort out things out there. Chiwu, Daisy, was there anything you wanted to do specifically during this time?
She will try to help keep people fed, and he'll pretty much just raid the deli and
Mhm.
just make whatever sandwiches he comes up with and give it to the people.
Alright.
Daisy would just be running from person to person to heal them.
Okay. During that time, Daisy, you do re-encounter with your 2 siblings that you met, Thorn and Rose. You learned that one of your sisters, Magnolia, actually had become promoted into one of the higher ups and was one of the people that Kronos helped save. You learned that one of your other sisters was lost as well. but one of your brothers survived. So two of your brothers and two of your sisters survived in the mines, and they are making plans to try and set up a home somewhere. And they would discuss with you whether or not you would want to set up with them. Or if you had any place in mind. Because they don't want to go back to where you used to live. So they're looking for a new place to set up. Oh, this guy's like pink.
That's why I'm looking at it.
So would you want to?
Daisy would probably tell them that at this point, she's so used to being on her own, and she can't really imagine herself actually living in a home with a family. So she would probably continue to wander and just go
Okay.
home to visit.
Alright. Well, if you ever do want to come see us, we're thinking of setting up over near Clearbin. There's some good farmland there. We can set up a good homestead, maybe raise some cattle or some crops. If you were ever passing by, we'll give you a wave. You're more than welcome in.
Alright, well, I'm not much of a farm girl, but if you ever need Muley or a levitating cow.
That's fair. They would give you, your older sister, Rose, would give you a piece of paper. It's enchanted. You can write on it, and then and she pulls out a piece of paper. I've got the twin to it, so whatever you write, I read, and whatever I write, you read, so we can stay in contact.
I'll keep it safe.
Also during that time, Daisy, you would be able to practice some of your newfound magic, and yes, it appears you did indeed somehow manage to inherit Tyrellian's. It's not teleportation. What's the word? Telekinesis.
Miranda thinks she knows. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I had no idea that Tyrellian had telekinesis.
It was literally his whole character.
You didn't make anything levitate.
I did.
You push stuff all the
I
time.
pushed stuff around, and
There's more pushing and pulling in the word.
I was tipping carts over.
And you help the people with their house?
A whole lot. I think the house was falling down. I lifted the lawn with my toe. You totally missed all of that.
Daisy rolled a nat 1.
She was
I promise I was here, guys.
whatever you say, Candy. Alright.
Well, before people like would leave, like once things settle down a little bit, but before like the group starts to issue, Ivy would get everybody together to go to the nature tower.
Okay.
Which, however much it's been built.
That's one that was broken.
That's the one that they're building. It has a building at the bottom now, so like a 2-story base has been finished enough to where they're able to have some people in there now.
So,
But they're building upwards.
yeah, and Ivy would find Delilah and say, in honor of Tyrellian, the Iron-Willed, who's now with the Miramar, I wondered if there was a way we could honor him here, and she pulled out the pistol, like not
Uh-huh.
aim, but like like present
Yeah.
it to her and be like, is there some way we could incorporate these into your new building, or a way to
Takes them.
yeah.
Should roll to see if you accidentally shoot an orphan.
Because she
They've got
knows
safeties.
how to.
Mm-hmm.
She's seen them used enough to know not to put her fingers
Yeah.
anywhere near
That
the
is
trigger.
no technology.
Oh no, she's just seen them used.
I believe so. Would you like to keep them in the current shape they are in, or because we can work the metal into something, or keep them as is?
Oh, let me speak with the others. What do we think? Do we want to leave them as is, or something else, or maybe like leave them as is but clean them up and shine? Casey's,
We can,
I'm hearing a. I'm hearing.
I'm hearing a nod. Her head just starts nodding for no reason.
Just grabs her head.
She's like, wait, what did I do?
All right.
Clean them up and make sure they're not
Mm-hmm.
activated.
To unload them.
Yeah, unload them and
All right.
maybe put a pin in the safety or something.
We can make a plaque in our dining hall, right above the door, out of reach.
In case I need them.
What?
In case I ever need them.
We'll make sure he's remembered.
Thank you.
We'll set up an ear piercing studio. Mess up one side.
Ear piercing or ear removal?
No.
Just
Depends on how
a
big the
giant
piercing
hole.
is.
Wink.
Thank you for all you've done.
Me?
All of you.
Okay.
You're welcome.
At whatever point, Abby's gonna take out her the flask and be like, to Tyrellian, and she takes the shot and passes it around.
Oh, it's the stuff from
Oh my
5
gosh!
shots in there.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
You drink all of it. You just drink
It's
One
drink
still.
shot.
the one and spit another out.
She took a shot and she passes it on to Daisy or Jax because she's pretty sure they'll follow right.
Daisy would drink it.
Make
She probably wouldn't even look at it.
9.
You drink it and you're like, okay, I'm good. Bless his heart. I'm okay. I'm not okay, and you throw up in a flower pot.
Should I roll for Jax?
Yeah.
You rolled a 15 on the die. I don't know his constitution, so-
He's fine. He's okay.
I got 18.
You're good.
She takes a big swig of it and he looks very unaffected.
Okay.
What did you roll?
Rolled 26.
Yeah, he's
Rolled
good.
a 7, so it was like a 9.
So you did ever eat it?
I puked.
This is magic, right?
She passed it on.
No.
She just.
Uh,
She's like a crunch.
you
She's like,
also.
I have a high constitution.
Yeah.
I just rolled a 2.
You take a swig and then you're like, okay, like you're like, yeah, all right. Throw up in a cup.
I think that happened last time too.
I got my water.
Daisy would just be like, what is wrong with you guys? That's fine. I never drank alcohol before.
You start with that.
That's what Tyrolean would want.
It is what Tyrell.
It's not.
It's no, he would have. I'm
You
telling
wouldn't
you, he
have.
would have though.
You wouldn't.
Listen, I think I know.
How would you?
I know your character better than you.
How much alcohol did Tyrellian drink through the course of the campaign?
You know,
Does that count as alcohol though?
Just
Yeah.
straight up poison, right?
just
Oh,
yeah. Jet fuel.
so we're at the end of the days where we feel like
Yep.
it's like time to just leave and
Yep.
let everybody disperse.
What are you doing?
So, I guess Chibu, you'll be going back to mountains, right?
That's the plan, but like, don't know if I'll stay there or not. Might move to Clear Bend.
Okay. Daisy and Ivy, you have any place to go?
Not anymore, but I do have places I need to go. But not places to stay.
Ivy, I'm not sure about you, but I'm not really ready to settle down yet. You wanna go on an adventure with me?
I've got some places in mind.
I know something really fun we can do right now. No.
What do you have in
It'll
mind?
take like 2 seconds.
Okay.
She's just gonna like grab your hand and pull you over to the side a little bit. Pull out her other staff.
Oh no.
Cast a portal right in front of her. Just look as far away as possible and cast the other side and just pull you through it.
Whoa!
And that's it.
Yeah. So that was fun.
Isn't that fun?
Hey, you stay right here, and I'll go through the other side, and I'm gonna whisper, see if you hear me.
Okay. Alright, let's see. Would I have heard that?
Yeah.
It worked.
Can I see? It's like a doorway, right? Can I
Yeah.
see? Hey.
This is really great. You wanna go that way? Maybe? I don't know what's over there, but yeah.
I feel like Kronos wasn't done talking.
I feel like Daisy was.
This will end eventually.
An hour of playing with
What?
it with their staff later.
Oh, stay there. Daisy's gonna pull out her fun gun.
Oh no.
Aim it through the portal.
I'm gonna duck and
Do this.
shove and pull Jax over in front instead.
What do I roll? A D6?
No.
I guess it was putting
Can I use
Yeah, it was the serving fork.
some of my restore balance to make sure the gun doesn't do anything damaging?
You roll a
Right.
d10.
A 10?
10.
D10.
D.
Oh, I rolled.
So that's-
This one?
that works.
That'll work.
Just
Just divided by 10.
Yeah. So 9.
Yeah. 9?
Alright, let me see what
Do you
this
wanna do?
is. You shoot the gun. And
And I already said I pulled
Are you-
Jax over.
are
I
you-
jumped out of the way and pulled
Okay.
Jax over.
as you do, you see this goop shoot past you and land on the wall and just start sliding down. And it's like a gray, oozy type. And it slowly starts making its way towards you. It can move 10 feet. And it's coming towards you.
Me?
Yep.
And Jax. Oh great.
Maybe come through the portal and leave Jax.
Guys, I'm getting real quick.
I'm gonna shoot it
Okay.
with Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
19.
Yeah, that hits.
10 points of damage. Force.
Mm-hmm.
Second.
just a tiny little like blob of it, like skirts over, and then keeps scooching its way towards her.
Is this the side portal that she was on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, she will, like, walk up to it
Mhm.
and get my notes here.
Mm-hmm. It's a gray ooze. You shot a gray ooze. Ooze. Yeah.
So, 10-foot wide, 60-foot long blast of flame shoots out from Chihu's arm.
Dude, nice.
Overkill.
What was this?
And it has to make a Constitution save.
It fails.
Okay. Takes
Too much fire damage.
40, 10 fire damage and is set on fire.
It's dead. It had 4 hit points. You could have banished it.
Oh, I could've.
Could have hung out with Tyrell.
He has little like morph.
Go clean it up with prestidigitation on fire.
I'm gonna give you guys
Do
one
some
last
frostbite.
thing.
Put it out.
Yeah.
Just gonna use that ability
So
once.
that was
and
fun.
then somebody
I'm
got
gonna
in the
throw
way.
the button through the portal at you. You
What is
catch
it
it and
from?
shoot it back at me.
It's from my crossfire axe.
Okay, I catch it.
Okay.
I had that lightning tattoo. It never came
Easy
into
to
play.
stand there.
I never took lightning damage.
How many shots are left on this thing?
Infinite? I don't know.
I don't think she knows that's a good idea.
You're right.
Can I have it, please?
Yeah. Shoot it, shoot it, shoot it. It's like it's a crowded, like it's like
It's cursed.
public.
It just possesses you.
Daisy's gonna look extremely disappointed and just sadly walk back through the portal to the other side.
You're not gonna
I
close it
know
and
it's
just
fun, but
walk
you need to have
home.
some discipline. Come on.
You need to start
Kronos.
being reasonable.
Jax is gonna come over. Can I say it?
Reasonable.
I'll punch you.
Also,
Trade you for an egg.
it's not even mine.
Yeah,
I'm
I
just
know.
hanging on to it, okay? So, on behalf of Daisy,
I just want to shoot him, man.
I'll put it in that pack. Just chill out a little bit. You can have your fun. Just not with guns. Jeez.
You don't have one.
Nobody got hurt.
The scorched wall says
People
that.
almost.
Yeah, maybe next time.
Roll a perception check.
Look at this. Natural 2.
Natural 20.
Oh no.
So you don't notice. Jax takes the gun. Hey, Daisy! Have a D10.
Daisy dies again.
Nope.
Yeah, how many hit points did I get back when I was broke?
Oh, that's a
No,
good
like-
point.
Well, we rested. It's been a few days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We've had a
That's
rest.
true.
Oh, I haven't used
You just killed Daisy again.
Shot fires normally. Not really.
She's gonna learn her lesson.
Yeah, I have 2d6
She is
please.
gonna learn her. Well, you have to. He has to roll for an attack first.
He rolled a nat 20. Oh no, this was still your thing.
Yeah,
Right.
14.
that doesn't hit.
He's got a plus something.
He's got pluses
I'll check.
to his dexterity. He has high dexterity, right?
Yeah. Okay, like 16 dexterity. So plus 3 plus 2 is 5. 19. If he's proficient with firearms,
Might not be
which he's
proficient.
never used, so he's probably not. So it's probably just 17.
What does he need to add for his dexterity?
Yeah, just that.
He has a 4. So 18.
Much damage.
6 and 4, a 10.
Yeah.
piercing damage.
So Jax is just gonna, hey, Daisy!
Wow.
She's just
Oh my god!
flat on her back.
Jax!
He throws it through the heathers. Portal.
Rush over to you and cast aid.
And then she's gonna stand up and cure wounds herself.
Jeez.
She wouldn't have learned any other way.
Jax.
But, was it was the rat!
Oh, that's fun.
Not that I really need to bother doing this, but like just for fun.
You healing yourself?
Guess at high levels, yeah.
I am.
Is anybody going for the gun?
And Jax just threw it behind his
I wouldn't-
shoulder.
yeah, I
I'm gonna
wouldn't
go for the
think
gun.
so.
Okay.
20? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Great, I'm back to full health.
Woo!
With extra to spare.
That was
Just
fun.
because nothing bad happened doesn't mean it can't happen. Jeez.
Where's the gun right now? Is
I
that
take it.
Daisy's gonna take her gun back.
Sorry.
Does Daisy have her gun?
Yeah. Great.
She's just gonna like look at it for a second. I'm gonna turn to Chronos.
Oh no.
To Kronos?
But she's not gonna shoot. She's
Okay.
just, like point it for a second and then just walk away.
Trees are good targets. Out of the city limits.
How's that worried Papa doing?
She aims between the horns.
I was gonna say, you'd scare him half to death if he had an actual heart.
I'm not so sure
Yeah,
that wasn't worse than some of the things that actually happened. She's talking that bad.
it's true.
So Jax, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna go.
Back to the mermaids.
I'm gonna go. You know, he didn't text me what he wants to do, so I've got like a wife and one kid waiting for me
One.
back at Tin Town.
Could be
Yeah,
a lot, you don't know.
I think I'm gonna go exploring and wreak havoc, and I might steal a train,
Eat some eggs.
eat some eggs,
Eggnog.
eat some eggnog.
You married Clutch.
We're in a harmonious
Accord.
accord.
Their kid is just a
Yo,
squirrel
what
they
hap- what
adopted.
happened to
Yeah.
It's a
Oh,
robot
Clutch.
rabbit.
Clutch was in jail. Clutch got sent to jail at Tin Town.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Does he still have pickles?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's the only thing he held on to.
Yep. He's got the pickles, and it's at this point he's just eating the same pickles over and over again because he can't eat and he has no saliva, so he just has like pickled mush that he's just like.
Relish. He made relish.
Mhm. He does get a prison wife. Not like someone in jail, like someone writes him and pen pals, and then they fall in love.
It's Jax.
It's true.
No, it's not. I highly doubt it.
Ladybird.
Yeah, you're right. Jax can't write.
It's Vivian. That's funny. I support that.
Yep.
Alright.
And we all level up.
Alright. Ivy. Did you go on a
You're
walk?
dead.
Okay.
Sure. You're like
Wait,
level
everybody
20.
else.
So in heaven.
Can't take much more of this. Let's walk. But,
I guess you're going back home.
yeah, and wanted to extend that offer to you to come with me. We have a spare room. You can stay for a while to figure out what you want to do.
need to go, go talk to my mother, and I think I need to go speak again to my father. But yeah, I would like that, the home base.
Well, I would assist you in going back to, what was the hole called?
Death's door.
There's
Death's
no
Door. I didn't,
The door of the
make him
dead.
brother, I promise.
Oh.
Hang out there now.
No.
Bring you back.
It's called Death's Door because the guy who lives there is a necromancer.
Once you thought about it, you thought about it since?
I didn't think I'd ever go back, but now I think I just need more perspective. I found, and she pulls out this photograph, and she shows up. She's like, "That's my mother, and that's my mentor mother, holding me as a baby." So
They
maybe
both love you.
it's not what I thought it was. So.
Well, I need to get back to my life as soon as possible, so if you wanna come with, we can touch base there, get a couple nights rest, and before we head back out.
Yeah, and I think maybe Daisy would even like to go. She's up for something. She's always up for some more adventure.
You don't have the room. You don't have the room.
But yeah, I think I'd like that. It's
Daisy can come on one condition. She actually listens to me. Alright.
Congrats, you've got 2 more teenage daughters.
yeah, it's like
One of them is super angsty.
teenage angst.
One's angsty and the other one just doesn't listen at all.
She's a fun
Practice,
loving gal.
right? For the first one.
Chu's oldest kid would be older than both of you.
No wonder he was just rolling his eyes half the time. She'll grow out of it sometime.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's. So you mean like long term stay there?
If you wanted to.
That'd be nice. Like a family? Kind of? Like acquaintance.
How about we give it a couple months and we can talk about it.
Okay. I do like Freya. I did like Freya, so
I have a feeling Aphrodite's gonna like you.
You said you loved fried eggs.
What?
I do like fried eggs.
I do like fried eggs.
Jack's got an extra one.
Thanks, Bruno. It means
I need to think about Daisy though. Just give me a night, I'll get over it, but it's got to.
You're just having flashes of Aphrodite, you wanna play with the fun gun?
Well, I mean, she doesn't have to stay with you, but she might. She already asked me to go on an adventure with her, so.
Biomi's still down there. This year.
So anyway, I would more or less that's what we would do.
And Daisy can go off and have an adventure with Ghost Tyrillian.
And Baomi.
And Baby.
I would go back to Daisy like the next day or so and be like, I know you wanted to go off and have a wild adventure, but if you're by Red Range and need a place to stay, I would be willing to give you a place to stay.
Can I bring my gun?
You don't use it.
Children.
As there's a child holding it.
You need one more child.
Just like I gotta like inch my way in that door, just one step at a time. Eventually, I'll get it off her. I mean, how many more charges can I have, right?
Does it have infinite charges?
Pretty much, yeah.
Alright.
It's
They're
powered
not all-
by
they're
the
not all
world
dangerous.
chaos. The more chaos you reap, the more it sows.
Okay.
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 So, Kronos, how do you want Chewy's to end to go?
Kronos? Chinu?
Chiwu. What did I say?
You say how Kronos? How do you want Chiwu to end?
Chiwu.
How would
That's
you
why
like to kill
I'm
him?
What? I'm going around. What do you?
Well.
So how's
Well, let's see.
Alright, I'll decide,
Turn you
I'll
into a
decide
duck.
Ivy and you can decide Daisy.
Yeah, I can say.
I would like him to be fun guns.
To death.
He will be having the time of his life.
Yeah.
So, she would head back to whatever these mountains are called.
Ragmats.
Yeah, Rag Mountains.
Rag.
Rog.
Rag.
Rog.
Yeah. That. Mhm.
Before he does that, he needs to go up to Kronos and say, he once asked me how I lost my arm. It was actually, I was on having a family picnic in a cave, and there was a bear came in and attacked us, and me and my wife fought it off, but it took my arm, so we skinned the bear, and that is this thing I'm wearing around my neck. So he has like a white bear pelt around his neck.
I'm sorry that happened. So you're doing alright?
Doing alright. So actually, Lloyd had my wife's one that he stole from her, so he was wearing that when we found him. Which now got burned. Crisp.
Boy, lost your arm and a leg.
Thanks for telling me that.
Well, if you could use a blacksmith in, what's the name of your town?
Red Range.
Red Range.
You see her, it gets confusing.
Maybe we'll settle down there.
You would be very welcome.
That can become
Well,
chicken.
this person aimed a gun at my face. The other one didn't.
I aimed it between the horns.
There's a head there.
At the top.
There is pretty much a head there. The horns don't go that high.
Picturing like antelope with the horns.
I was.
No, they're like curl back behind the ear.
So they're like Princess Leia horns.
Yes,
Yep.
very much so.
Yep. And that is the only similarity to Princess Leia in apparel and outfit that Kronos has.
You say that with doubt in your voice.
Listen, he might have a slave Leia costume hidden in the closet somewhere. We don't know.
Wife that hot. Why wouldn't
This
you?
is true. With a wife that hot.
So she would just say goodbye everybody and then just head back to Rag Mounts. And then after like maybe a month or two he'll end up in Red Run. Yeah.
That one.
Red
He ends up in the wrong town, realizes it's the wrong one.
he stays in like River Run.
River Run.
Mm-hmm.
Halfway between
we-
Red Range and River
We
Run.
realize it's the wrong town.
Do you have your wife and kids with you or not?
Yeah.
Okay. Your son would have picked up a raccoon as a pet during their trip back. And at that point, your wife was just too much. She was like, you know what? At this point, I don't even care. Take the raccoon. See what I care. But now he has the raccoon in like a harness, like baby style, sitting out the front. It's got a little like outfit on. He's just like, I got a raccoon now. Does it have a diaper? No.
That is not what I thought about.
Thinking, how can we get this guy to fire the fun gun?
Oh, the kid will.
I guess he'd be a lot happier with all the animals on the surface.
Yeah.
How many animals are in the ground?
No. His goal for this vacation was to get a horse.
Vacation.
That's what he thought it was.
He wants a horse.
Free transportation, guys.
Oh, he almost had a bear, so.
That's true.
Oh no. Does he find out about fuckers?
No.
How was
Mhm.
Jax taking that death, by the way?
He's drinking himself into oblivion of eggnog.
Understandable.
I feel like he would go and spend some time in the Deadwood with those squirrels. He'd get super high and just party with the squirrels for like, in his mind, it could have been 3 nights, it could have been a month.
Turns out,
He kind of lost.
4 years.
Yeah, he kind of lost track of time there.
It's actually just 2 minutes.
His watch started going backwards.
Yeah. And Jax becomes the Alice in Wonderland rabbit.
The
I
hair.
can see Jax marrying one of them like real giant creatures.
Oh yeah. Ivy, how would you like
Well, she
to go
would
your story?
go speak with her ghostly mother
Mm-hmm.
about the picture specifically. But,
Did you
like,
have 2 moms?
she no. To
Kind of.
her, she kind of like she had a birth mom and then she had an adopted mom. Birth mom she does not remember, and her adopted mom was her mentor who taught.
So was Ghost Mom real mom or?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Your mom,
How they knew each other.
I might
Would-
have yelled at your mom.
your mom.
But yeah, you and,
Your
and
mom!
you probably were with us too during this conversation. So.
Violetta would.
Oh, your name's Violetta. Yeah, she was
Bartholomew
the
told you that.
I think Chivu did.
Oh, yeah.
Someone did.
I don't know, I did.
Would
Someone
have
told her.
been overjoyed to have seen you. And you see now with the presence of your father no longer in the cave that you were in, it started to become a lot more welcoming. It's not nearly as spooky. It's still very misty and very rocky and stuff, but it's more mystical, less spooky. There's some moss and some small flowers growing through the cracks of the rocks. And your mother is still in her glowing blue form, walking around the entrance of the cave. She's not able to go very far from it, but she's outside. And you said you were asking her about the picture?
Mm-hmm.
So she would tell you about how she met her and your other mother grew up in the village in the Deadwood, run by Bartholomew when they were children, and that your father came through at one point, and how your mother was not necessarily rebellious, but questioning of why they couldn't learn these about the mechanical aspect of things. And your father brought so many interesting trinkets and toys, and he made it seem perfectly fine. And she couldn't understand why it was bad. And she had a fight with Bartholomew about this and ended up leaving with your father, in her mind, just to travel for a little bit. But then she fell pregnant with you, and through time realized your father's true nature. But by that point, it wasn't so much a love that she had for him, more of a obsession almost, of wanting to understand, not knowing how his magic worked and how the world worked, and not wanting to go back to the village because her eyes had already been opened. So wanting to understand, and also not wanting you to be raised in proximity to him, she took you back to the village and gave you to your other mother, who agreed to raise you away from Bartholomew, who knew about you, but also agreed that you were not welcome in the village. He couldn't stop people from going to her, but she was not welcome, and you were not welcome. And it worked for a while until it didn't. But your mother took the picture in, not Clearvin, River Run. Had the picture taken when you were about 2 weeks old, right before she left to go back to your father.
And then she would also ask her, is there any way that I can help you to rest now?
I am at peace. He's no longer here, and I am able to enjoy seeing this place become whole again. Your friend Jax, I believe, Chiwu, one of them, I forgot who it was. Chiwu. Jax stole my ring, that's right. Your friend Chiwu.
She was seeing on her finger.
Laid my bones to rest. So I'm no longer a wandering spirit. I am happy to be here. I would not say no to more visits, though.
Not too far away now. We'll see.
Also, that friend of yours back there, she's mean. She yelled at me.
She's
I
fun.
hope she dies.
Wow.
I hope you die. Well, guess what?
Oh my god.
You know what? You're grounded. Go to your
It's
cave.
gonna be a wholesome reunion.
Be a rock.
To your cave.
It's gonna be like a horse attraction here.
No kids there.
Right. We'll see.
After Ivy's done,
Uh-huh.
if you're done,
Yeah.
so
Around
I would like to have a word with her. Don't mind.
Sure. I'll just go out with Daisy.
Go ask her a few questions.
Okay.
No, like too important, so
Okay.
just want to make sure that happened.
Okay.
Would Andromeda go on with us?
To where?
Be here with us, or like would she come with us?
Well, did you stop?
Well, the idea was that
Yeah.
we would go back to my
Yeah.
place for a day or so,
Mhm.
and then go out.
Yeah.
You realize you guys went like
right past that store to go see her, and then you went back up.
No,
Yeah.
you were. Oh yeah.
We were in Florence. And that store is like right there.
Oh,
And then Sears right
right.
down
It
here.
wasn't like a
Yeah,
matter
we
of
were-
urgency, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whenever you were ready. Yeah, Andromeda would have gone with you then.
Okay. That's all. Just want to make sure that happened. We just go back now. All right.
While you were in there talking to her,
Oh no.
did you do anything?
I don't know. I tried to move a rock.
Okay.
Didn't work.
Roll
Well, what?
d20. And add your intelligence modifier.
Let her move stuff. Give her the
I just want to see how well.
Give her the telekinetic feet.
I am.
Call it.
Telekinetic abilities, I didn't know telekinetic.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Wow.
Wow.
That's a 2.
That's a 2.
I rolled a 4.
Yeah, you are able to move a rock. I'd say if you try to move like a giant boulder,
That was a boulder.
it was a boulder.
Yeah.
You're able to make it go and like fall over on its side.
Okay.
I was like, oh, I meant that. I mean, that works.
Is that supposed to be the gun? Because that's what I thought it was.
You can.
She slipped it in there.
I mean, it doesn't really matter at this point, but you can take the feat of telekinesis.
Call it for her.
That would have been really useful.
Well, now you
Dorothy
have.
Before I was dead.
Like November.
Yeah. 1 month in.
As you're coming out, Ivy did shoot it off at a lonely other boulder, not in the direction of any people. What do I roll?
A D.
A D10. A D10.
I don't know what it does.
A 3. She's being influenced.
I feel like we're probably trying to be like really sneaky so Kronos doesn't see us like holding the gun like.
You rolled a 3.
Uh-huh.
Pretty sure Andromeda's with us.
Thought she was in there with you.
What?
Is it just the
What?
2 of you out there?
Uh-huh.
Was shooting it at the
Well, it's as
You did.
Would Aphrodite be out there with them? Would you have let Aphrodite come?
Yes.
Okay. So it's the 2 of them out there?
it was when they were in there talking. She watched. She goes like this to Daisy, like, "Well, I can do it now." And Daisy goes, "Okay," and she tries to makes the boulder go, and then
Okay.
and I'm like,
Roll a d4.
D4. Okay.
Hear a boulder fall over. and
So,
look back.
however long that
Good job.
conversation was, a 3.
Kronos, looking back, you see Ivy. And now there are 2 Aphrodites. You will look like Aphrodite for 24 hours.
It runs in the family.
Do I?
You
Hi.
make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh yeah, Jesus.
Wow, that's 19.
19 plus nothing, so just 19.
You're good. You kind of shift into her and just like, oh yeah, it's fun. And Aphrodite thinks that's cool. She's having a entire life. She's like, wow.
Daisy's gonna take the gun back. Are you still inside?
I looked out and saw that. I'm still inside, and I'll just be like, roll my eyes and get back to talking.
Daisy would run over to Kronos and be like, "You have twins."
Dad, Dad! Which one of us is the real one?
You do like a little shuffle.
Roll an insight check.
She's like, wait, you're more like my dad than him.
She's still wearing her clothes. You're still wearing your clothes.
Yeah. Well, good thing that they're adjustable. There you go.
Okay. We can go back now. You ready?
Yeah.
Andromeda's just gonna come out and just be like,
Yeah, I'm good.
She's gonna take both of your hands and start walking.
You could have done that without having to use the fun gun, right?
Yeah, but now you're stuck.
Now the fun thing was,
This
it
suppressed her.
Or
it
you
never
can-
came up.
Mm-hmm.
But Ivy wouldn't have been able to completely do Tyrellian. She
Oh, 'cause it
wouldn't have
wouldn't
been
have been
able.
able to
She
get
couldn't do the metal piece, so she would have had to like pull the hat down or something.
Mm-hmm.
She couldn't do like
Okay.
clutch or anything.
Daisy, what do you want your character to do?
Your prologue.
Wander? Okay.
And if nobody goes with her, she'll just wander by herself.
Okay.
Daisy.
I feel like Naomi would have come with you guys and then left with you. She had set up tried her hand at setting up a school in Red Range with the help of Andromeda, and when you guys came around, we're just like, hey, let me tell you about our adventure. She's like, that's it, I'm done, I'm done, I'm done.
Do it
That
anymore.
is very much Fiona though. It's like she would be like, yep,
Yep.
yep.
She's like, I'm gonna try to help. Nope, I'm done.
Fiona and Daisy would get along.
Yep. So she will ride with you.
And I think sometimes when you go through, maybe Ivy would go with you because she's used to a little bit of a nomadic life, like having a base, but then with the season moving, I'm gonna be,
Dad, can I go with him?
No.
You went adventuring?
Yes, when I was much older than you.
But I.
You were
when
dead.
you're older. And she's like, when you're
You did go with me.
Can you leave the fun gun?
only trees.
Okay. Sure.
Freeze, scumbags!
I'll pretend like I wasn't around for that. Like I'll not been around for that. I'll let that happen.
Well, if you waited to go adventuring before Chew got there, his second oldest daughter would want to go with you.
It would have
She's
been
a little bit, like, how old are you?
before she left. It'd been like a week or two, probably. Two weeks, two
Daisy,
and a
I think.
half.
I think
Might have been
Daisy
enough
was
time for
17 and
Chew to
same
get there and come
Yeah.
age as Ivy.
Yeah.
I kind of keep changing. She started out older, and I realized I was playing her as a much
Yeah,
younger
the
character and
feet
being
for it.
younger.
Oh.
So how
Not
old is
like
she?
way older. I really, I don't know. I couldn't decide. I said,
15.
at first I said she was like 20,
Mm-hmm.
and then I changed it to like 16, 17,
That works.
18. Depends on the woman.
So you guys are setting up like a girl band of travelers?
Apparently. Wreaking havoc.
Yeah. You've got.
I think in the midst of it, Ivy's trying to figure out like where
Did you add it?
her
Okay.
Did you go with them? With Daisy?
sometimes. Like if Daisy's all constantly moving around going places, I think Ivy would sometimes go with her. Cause she's looking for answers. And also just that wandering is a part of her.
Yeah.
She's not very good at staying out of trouble. She gets out of it.
Me or Ivy?
Both of us probably.
She was second eldest to come with you.
Jad Granny. He's 16.
What was his name?
Jad Granny.
Jad?
Yeah. Jadgrenni.
Did Granny?
Second oldest. Was that the boy or the girl?
Girl, boy, youngest.
One of the times when you're around, Kearns would ask you to stay. This time, instead of going back out with Daisy, just to help out. And he'll ask you to like help out with some vague chores and stuff. that he's done.
Kronos really doesn't want to do
I wonder why.
I think Ivy would agree. And I think at some point or another she would tell him that he has a good heart. He has a good heart, and that he's what she would imagine, the way that he cares for people and the way that he my train of thought. The way that he helped her was the way she would imagine a father would be like.
You mean his
A
fake
real
heart?
father would be like.
His fake heart. And the real father.
Good heart, man. Which is saying a lot. I think Cronus knows that.
So a few days after you stayed and you go out and do chores and you come back and you walk into the door, surprise! And there's a cake and everything, and I tell you, this is your actual birthday. Happy birthday.
Andromeda's got banners hung up.
That's what you were doing, talking to her mom.
Oh.
I figured.
She's crying.
Daisy's looking into the window, just sobbing. She doesn't know when her birthday is.
She could go ask
Just celebrate the day you came
her
back from the
family
dead.
that said come by
Yeah,
anytime
exactly.
to our
You don't have a
farm.
family. You don't have to be sad that you don't have a family. You do.
I feel like Aphrodite and Chu's son would have gotten along like great.
As long as she likes animals.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's part
You
animal.
would like animals. And later that night, yeah, there's more.
We got you a puppy.
We made you a puppy.
Andromeda, I would get you alone and say, we would like to offer to adopt you. Change your name. We had some ideas. Atropos was one we thought of. It stands for fate and destiny. And you would take our last name as well. Perdea means heart. Stand for destined heart.
I like it. And that'll be all of me. All versions.
And we will get you back.
No.
And you are
Aphrodite!
She's
Sister!
She was supposed to be sleeping. As soon as she goes
Yeah.
clopping down the stairs.
Wow! Except she probably isn't strong enough.
She's tall. She's got the legs of her mother.
Atropos? Atropos?
Atropos. Yeah.
Atropos?
It's Greek. We're Greek Western satyrs. It makes sense if you don't
Nice.
think about it.
Freya and Aphrodite are two goddesses
Uh-huh.
that stand for beauty,
Uh-huh.
love and beauty.
That's
And
great.
Kronos
Time, right?
is, yes, time, and so Kronos Orologio Cartier stands for time clock heart.
Wow.
And Andromeda is a galaxy, but also she was a Greek princess who married one of the demigods.
So,
Oh.
so you're really part of the family.
Yeah. She'd be very happy crying. Happy crying.
Uh-huh.
Very happy crying. I never thought I'd have a family again. It's like, family. Not that the other group was family, but don't die on me.
Oh, I got a heart
Everyone
attack.
looks at Aphrodite. I said everyone looks at Aphrodite to don't die again.
But okay, that's where you guys leave your characters. Does anybody have any questions about the campaign? Was the necromancer part of any of the doctor's plans?
Yes. So, I have
Because she was thinking about going to speak to him, but I think eventually, years, when she's got her head screwed on tight. Straight
So-
and tight.
Originally, Ezra Walker's plan was to try and get the necromancer to be able to do what he did with your mother, with all of Ezra Walker's people. So be able to kill them and then bring them back to life, but have them under his control. And your father
informed him that yes, he can do it, but why would he work with him? Like, why would he work with Ezra? He has no need to work with Ezra. And Walker couldn't not convince him in any way to help, so he moved on. And he heard about the good doctor, and went with that route.
So when the necromancer finally kicks the bucket.
Is he still alive?
Yeah,
put
we
him in
left him
jail.
in jail.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Does he stay in jail or does he get out?
He stays in jail for a while, and then he breaks himself out, and goes and lives on an island in the Misty Sea.
Does he bother anybody? Has he bothered anybody?
Getting the reckoning back together. Ghost Tyrellian and everybody.
I feel like Chi will go hunt him down if he hears any bell.
He keeps a very low profile after getting out, because he lost, his wife, and the world is kind of now a little bit more careful. So he does manage to raise the dead of people that had drowned at sea, and has a small group of workers that work for him on the island, and he's pretty much just set himself up for a life of comfort.
I have a question. So do you remain in your human form, or are you you satyr? You change to be a satyr for as default if
Or
you're
rabbit.
living as you're living with them.
Interesting question. I think outside the hoe, like in town, but outside she'd be the satyr, but inside she would relax back into the changeling form.
Andromeda would have gone full mama bear, and there is a community of satyrs there, so they would have been very welcoming of oh yeah, we found an orphan, that she lives with us now, and they would have told people she's a bit different, nobody mess with her, and Andromeda would have literally just been walking you around if anybody
Yeah, a little bit. Atropos
Yeah.
would not have been used to that, because
Yeah.
that is not how solution.
Yeah. Oh, Andromeda mothers the heck out of you. Just
I'm fine,
all,
Mom.
yup, all the loving.
I can tell Andromeda, okay, let her go. She has lived on her own for a while, so she can handle herself.
She's baking cookies the night before she's going out again. She's
Produce
I
flame.
am making sure she has food.
Fire starter, here, let me help.
Yeah. So there were a couple of things that I was nobody ever
We didn't go to Tin Town.
yeah.
You didn't go to Tin Town.
There was a storyline that would have led you to Tin Town with the Tabaxi mother and cubs that you rescued. Would have taken you to Tin Town.
Gonna be a while.
Yeah, I gotta remember how I spelled it.
Yeah. I was kind of surprised nobody asked about why the good doctor was after Lady Viv.
I just thought it was power.
So
she was
wait,
a
what?
powerful
Why was that?
Because I mentioned that her father was one of the highest machine part, he owned one of the mines that mined the best quality metals for machine parts, and Ezra Walker needed that metal.
So they were capturing her to blackmail him into sending him stuff?
Ransom her, yeah.
So right, ransom.
And did nobody seemed to remember that the good doctor mentioned Ezra Walker when you guys talked to him, to his head, after he was dead. You guys asked who do you do you work with anybody else? And he said Ezra Walker.
I remembered it afterwards when I was looking at my notes.
Mm-hmm. That was the note that I looked at because I was like, I know I said this, but nobody I've mentioned him 2 other times and nobody said anything. So did I?
Didn't know how he was connected,
Mm-hmm.
who he was,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't have yours.
I was find a time to.
I know what I went. Where I ended to do.
Oh no, I was freaking out when y'all almost killed him.
I should have just killed him.
Don't you dare!
I knew there was something I didn't trust about him.
Yeah.
I knew it.
He was supposed to be. I didn't want you guys to be super attached to him. I wanted you to be a little man. That's why you couldn't get in the you couldn't get in the wagon at all.
Right, and he wouldn't give us his name.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
Was the beholder his own thing?
No, so the Beholder took over Red Range, and he only knew about it because he traveled. So when he found out about it, he was kind of okay, that's fine. I don't care about a Beholder that much. But then the Beholder started gaining power and getting bigger and became more of a threat. And he pretty much was I don't want to have to deal with this guy while I'm trying to deal with the Amir Mars. So that's why he came with you to
I knew there was something more to why he came with this.
yeah. And also when he was traveling and he went to go pee in the woods and got attacked by those snakes, he set them off because he needed to see A, if you guys would protect him, and B, to what level your fighting abilities were.
That's pretty good.
Guy.
So it's all the mechanical animals, stuff that he made.
Yep, all the way back to when
Did
you were
do what I thought you were
fighting
gonna do?
the Mecha Chimera.
Maybe.
Yeah. All the way back to when you guys
Can't
were
recall.
fighting the Mecha Chimera in the Fragmounts after getting out of that thing, because you notice he was there. There was a robotic animal.
Was
He was
test,
there,
He was
and then there was a robotic animal.
so test runs, testing for.
There was a correlation to every time you came into contact with a thing.
He was always nearby.
He was nearby.
That's pretty cool.
I just expected him to always. I just thought he was always nearby, no matter where we went.
So why would he have let Daisy deceive him so early on to get armor? I tricked him into thinking he would.
Mm-hmm.
I forget.
That he would get.
I gave him a fake blessing.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
You rolled really good, and I was trying to get you guys to not question him at that point.
So there was a whole lot of reason except.
Yeah. Except that you rolled really well.
He didn't necessarily let you deceive him. He just was deceived by you.
Yeah.
This is just
Did
not
he have
good.
a point for bringing the tower down?
He didn't want. He knew that the towers were a source of power and magic on this plane, and also a source of transportation. So that's he picked inside of the horseshoe range because it was out of the range of anything. Nothing was around. He brought the tower down. He was planning on bringing all of them down so that the Amir Mars would not have a power source, essentially, on this plane. Because that, the towers were where the children lived. So if their, communications and their power area is taken out,
Never came up.
yeah. He was planning on taking out all 3 of them. But you guys never made it over to the other two. So, so he didn't get there.
He never got to
Yeah, but I had like a trail of him of like where he was going and stuff, and like everywhere he went, I was like, okay, so what's like something he would have bought here to trade, that was something he could have used. Yeah. Did I do what you thought?
I was hoping you might write
Deal.
Vesper, cross it out, cross it out, and then Ivy, cross it out, and then.
Well, I mean, they're all
Metropolis.
still part of her.
Yeah.
That's what I was hoping you would do. Like, I don't identify with any of these anymore.
I think.
I just thought about it
she's,
differently than what she would.
Yeah, she's like they're all part of her and the way where she is now.
Mm-hmm.
Did Ivy make sense from the at the beginning for how hard it was to decide what to do?
That was confusing for me because I was like, what is her problem? Like, just do something. Like, I figured it was something to do with your character, but I was just like, what is the whole up?
Because she was so confused and she was trying to protect herself, so it was like,
It makes
and
sense.
trying to pretend to be a good person, but she wasn't even sure what that was.
Yeah.
So sometimes I was trying to decide if I should burrow down and run away, or like.
There were a couple times that I'm like, don't you dare someone go after her. She's like, run away, get her.
There were so many times I had to come up with reasons for her to stick around. I'm like, she would have left at this point. She would have left then.
Yeah, you gotta do that to keep the campaign going.
Yeah. But it was fun. I had a lot of fun.
Did you have like?
The only part that I got really confused by was when you rolled a natural 20 for like a will save against your mother's ghost, and then you still went with her. That was really confusing.
She was really. What happened just before that?
I feel like she wasn't entranced, but she was still curious. So she was in her right mind, but she's like, I still need to know.
Like, it was like, I need answers,
Mhm.
and I'm not finding them.
Yeah. It was more so at that point, it was your choice whether you went. It
Yeah.
wasn't cool, you're gonna
Where
go.
are my notes in there?
I'm gonna see if I can
I
commission.
guess the reason it was confusing was because it felt like whatever happened, it wouldn't have changed anything. Like in the end,
I
That's
think
why I felt
I
awkward.
think the way I would have, she wouldn't have broken free of her hand. I think if she, because eventually she broke free and just kind of rejected her. Where,
We didn't get Jax. Let's get Jax to do it. Sign it.
cause I'm pretty sure there was something that happened before that she was so upset already. So I'm trying to remember what that was.
your character was pretty good.
Oh, it was. We had that conversation just before, like that day before. So before that night about that that Cronus agreed that constructs are considered less, which she was equating with herself at that point. Was like
Oh, right.
constructs are bad and inhuman and like shouldn't exist.
But I was saying that
changeling shouldn't
Freya
exist.
was different, so you were just
Yeah.
really confused.
She was really confused, but you didn't, and Kronos didn't know at that point that Ivy was a changeling.
I was
So,
Tula just ate something off your shoe.
so it was that was when I told you that, you noticed Ivy
Anything I
shut
would have had
down.
on my shoe that'd be edible.
So
Bit
she
of
was,
grass.
so that was why I had her go, like she's upset, she's not finding
Don't have been any grass on my shoe.
right, and that's why you
No.
wouldn't have told anybody either. It's like,
Yeah, she just felt like she couldn't trust anybody there anymore very as much, and then that was why when we came back out, she was so like thought people were gonna stab her in the back. So she's come a long way.
It was funny that early in the campaign, you said about Tyrellia that you
said, he doesn't really care about what the law says. He just like what's right in his mind. Like I wouldn't have described him that way, but like it fit so well until I started playing him.
Yeah, that's what he seemed like. Like
It worked. Like I didn't really know what I was doing. Like, I knew what he would do, but I didn't know why. I kind of explained it to me. I was like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. All right, I understand my character now.
okay.
The reason Kronos couldn't get along with Daisy, no matter what happened, Kronos is his character is like he's like clockwork. Everything needs to be predictable. Everything needs to be under control. And Daisy's just a wild chaos being that he's just like, I can't trust you with anything. Like,
Nothing works predictably.
Trying his best to fit her in somewhere, some way, and it just wasn't working.
You give Aphrodite her first taste of alcohol.
The thing with Daisy is she went from growing up in a very controlled environment to experiencing freedom, so she just let loose and did whatever she wanted.
Yeah.
I feel like her the extent that she will go to help someone is really gonna get her into trouble.
Yeah.
I mean, you broke people out of jail.
That was my favorite thing that my character did.
Yeah.
My favorite thing my character did was putting a necromancer in a barrel.
Yeah,
That was
that
awesome.
was hilarious.
I wanted to ask everybody what was your favorite thing that like your
Jax,
character did.
Gene said that one of his favorite, I don't know if it's still his favorite, one of his favorite things was the disco squirrels.
Mine was the shrieking mushroom.
Yes, the screaming mushroom.
We're just having this like heart to heart, and
Yeah.
then just what? And then there goes Jax being kidnapped by mermaids.
Yep. Mafia mermaids. I was laughing for days after that.
My favorite, probably pretty predictably, was when I was able to come up with what I said to Ivy about, it's not about who you are, it's what you do.
That was really cool.
It was just like, it's exactly what he would say. And I thought of it in the moment.
Do you have a favorite fight?
I think
Ooh.
I
like
don't
to play with the beholder.
I don't know if I would say it was my favorite. It was, but it just has got a warm place in my heart of the green blob,
Gelatinous
the
cube?
gelatinous
I was gonna say
cube.
that too. I like that.
I
You didn't know
just-
it was like,
We felt powerful.
No.
We did.
Oh yeah.
we were like, yeah.
I think probably my proudest one was the train fight.
That was cool.
that was cool.
That was
That was very cool.
Favorite one's probably against the Void and his gang.
That was
Yeah, that was
cool.
really
I like that.
Right.
It was- Got to
It's
use
really
my first
cool.
4th level spell, just
Yeah.
incinerate them.
Yeah, that was a cool fight because we
Rage.
had all just leveled up. We all had new abilities to play with.
Have you
Cool things we all
flamethrower in that
understood.
fight? But you jumped in the lake.
I think what was really cool was that we finished the fight with the beholder, and we ended our session. We leveled up, and it was just at the perfect time. Like, I've been inspired. I can use divination. Like, it was the one that automatically came with the
Yes.
character at that level. I was like,
Perfect.
I don't know how else we would have figured out where to go.
I had ways. Yeah. There were definitely some storylines that I didn't get to use. But
I have a question for you.
yeah.
What was the most unexpected turn of the campaign that you didn't expect to happen? Like, not just like something like like a stupid question, like, oh, what's this person's name? You didn't think you know. Like, was there a point where like the campaign just veered off somewhere you didn't think it was gonna go?
Clutch stab that guy.
Yeah, I'd say clutch. For one,
Ugh,
I
that
did
was-
not expect you guys to kill the good doctor.
Uh,
I thought like the whole you guys having to go get the necromancer, you were going to find him at one point, but I had a whole different storyline in play for when you found him, but then you killed the good doctor. And I'm like, no, he has information you need. So that whole storyline of throwing you on that path, which ironically is the episode that is missing, literally came up with in like a couple of nights of being like, okay, all right, so I can have him do this and then that and then this and this and then okay, and then I can pull this from that other storyline I was going to do and I can throw that in there and I can like tweak this a little bit. That I was one that I'm like I had a whole other storyline. Originally, the Death's Door was going to be a portal that led you to an island in the Misty Sea. That's why nobody could find him, was because he was in the middle of the Misty Sea, and nobody thought, hey, let's go through the portal in Death's Door. And your mom was going to lead you just through the portal. But then I was like, but I need him to do this and do that, and I was so worried y'all were going to kill the necromancer.
Oh, we were this close, weren't we?
I know. I'm like, please, I don't have a second necromancer. Hi.
Yeah, Turley at that point was just solve the problem the most directly possible.
Yeah.
Get rid of the guy that's causing the problems.
Yeah.
So when the necromancer dies, does Ivy
inherit
any of them?
It is a learned power.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because what you said to me the one time, I was like,
you gain some abilities just from it being like a magic that would have been in your like bloodline, like. But I wanted to leave it more so up to your character whether you wanted to pursue it or not. So you got like the one spell that I'm like, you can use this, and it's not really like, it can be a bit druidic and it can also be a bit necromancer, like but I wanted to leave it up to you whether you wanted to pursue it or not. You did have to though. You did have to roll though in some like heated times to see whether or not you were gonna go blurry. But I liked it.
It was fun.
It was a good campaign. Y'all up for the next campaign?
Yeah.
Cool.
Sure.
I have a one
I need a pitch
shot.
first.
A what?
A pitch.
Um.
You don't have to pitch it now, but like I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like before I agree to it, I
Uh-huh.
want to know what it's about.
Oh, there's
I
gonna
don't
be
want to just-
paperwork to fill out. There's gonna be character paperwork to fill out. But all right.
One shot, you said?
I have a one shot. I'm still kind of working on it, but it's
Mhm.
almost done. If anybody wants to play,
Yeah.
this is one player.
I'll play. Yeah.
Do what's that?
All right.
It's a adventure
Mhm.
slash fight monsters slash figure out puzzles.
Ooh, I like that.
Okay.
Dragons are involved.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. So I'm not sure enough about the like how high of a level it should go,
Mhm.
but I know somewhere between like 7 and 10 maybe,
Nice.
like
Okay,
some
cool.
high level.
I like it.
Cool.
High level, just for the fun of it. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like we're stopping here at
Yeah,
level
so
whatever.
7, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
just get.
Right.
So you're like you would be high level adventures of whatever sort you
Mhm.
desire,
Mhm.
being called together.
Nice.
Cool. Okay, I'm definitely down.
So if you want to, it could be helpful to my plan if you start coming up with a character.
Mhm.
Like anything?
It's high fantasy, so that means
Alright.
no pew-pews.
Fancy.
Yeah,
I
like
will also say for my my next campaign will probably be a multi-year campaign. Like it's pretty much I'm gonna have you guys start and we'll see how long it takes you to complete it.
maybe not as consistently every week.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it wouldn't have to be every week, but
And
More
oh,
opening.
the other thing was what I was gonna do is let you choose one like legendary item.
ooh.
So item. So like if you want it to be a sword, like a weapon, if you want it to be a shield, if you want it to be this, but you get one.
One legendary item. Okay.
One.
Okay.
I'll start.
All right.
Carry.
Now I don't.
I'm gonna end the stream.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Bye. Giddy up, bro. Hi.
Yeah.